Real Nerds is a proud partner of the Denver Podcast Network. In the shadow of the mountains,
we speak. Coming to you from the X-Axis, it's John of All Trades with your host, John X.
Welcome to this John of All Trades podcast promo. Each Wednesday, I bring you a brand new interview with someone fascinating and ask the question we all ask when we meet someone new. Hey, what do you do? It's fun, informative, and it's the 2017 Westward Reader's Choice Award winner for Best Denver Podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, and johnofalltrades.us.
Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the show.
Hey, this is Adventure Lounge. My name's Jagger.
And I'm Zach.
And we're on Real Nerds. Come check out the awesome crossover episode.
Podcast, unofficially the official podcast at Denver Comic Con 2019 and beyond. I am Ryan. With me is
James
and
Zach
and
Brad.
Welcome everybody to a wonderful new movie review. Because every week on Real Nerds Podcast, we go see a new movie and we podcast our experience of the world. This week we saw A Simple Plan. Except for me, I had to see The House with the Clock in the Walls because...
A Simple Plan?
No, we went and saw A Simple Favor.
Favor. I have Sam Raimi on my mind. A Simple Favor. I couldn't find anybody to watch my kid.
Oh, so you saw a Clock in the Walls.
So I saw A Clock in the Walls.
Cool. Well, great.
Because I really wanted to see this movie, the movie that you guys saw. Mm-hmm. Because, one, I haven't seen a trailer for it, so I have no idea what it's about. And this movie's made, what, like $30 million so far?
Yeah.
I've seen a poster.
We saw one trailer for it early on.
I thought it was a comedy because it had Paul Feig's name on it, and then literally watched the trailer on Friday, and then told Brooks, I was like, "You should probably come to this. It's way cooler than I thought it was going to be."
Yeah, so I don't know. I saw Jack Black.
When we
what would it do?
when we get to the review, we'll tell you whether or not you should go see it.
Awesome.
And then we'll play a trailer and ruin the movie for you.
Perfect. We also talk about movie news. Some movie news this week. Some marvelous news.
Oh, we're not talking about that.
Look at me, I'm so clever. I wonder if anyone knows what I'm talking about.
No one could.
And if you subscribe to us on Stitcher, sorry, I don't know what's going on with that thing.
Does anyone?
No. I don't know why it didn't update. Good thing I download mine on iTunes Podcast. It shows up every day.
No, don't use iTunes.
Or you can stream it from our website.
Yeah, or just get any RSS feed on a good platform.
Or iTunes.
Yeah. No, not iTunes.
Or iTunes.
No. We don't get any money from iTunes.
You don't get money from anybody.
iTunes keeps all the money and doesn't give it to any of the artists. They hold it. That's why we've never gotten paid for this shit.
That's why
you keep telling people iTunes.
Can I just distribute CDs out on the street?
I thought it was our normal.
We'd make more
lack
money
of
that
talent
way.
that
our
didn't
shows
give us
don't
money.
fit on a single CD.
That's really true. Oh,
It's true. We'd probably need like that multi-disc thing you do
Yeah,
for Time
each
Life.
episode would be a 3-disc set.
But before we start, Brad, your Blu-rays you're making look awesome.
Oh my
Thank
gosh,
you.
they're so
Where do you
good.
find an orange Blu-ray case?
The internet.
Really? They just make it? I didn't know. Like,
Yeah.
It's
He buys a lot of Nickelodeon Blu-rays and then throws away whatever was inside and then swaps his movie out.
I do remember that, like Harriet the
Spy in the
had
orange case. I know, it was so cool.
Rugrats.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not easy. The orange ones are just, oddly enough, luckily for Van Damme, the most available ones.
Really?
But like I got some sort of clear pink ones for Thunderbolt that I'm actually going to use for the movie someday.
Oh, cool.
Instead, but they're like on eBay from like one guy, and he has them available one time that I was able to
Really?
find. Yeah, to
Wow.
get, yeah.
So
like,
some one dude just manufactured.
no, like
Okay.
in other countries they actually manufacture them quite frequently, but in order to get them in the U.S., that guy has to go through them, so it's like intermediary
Gotcha.
and
Gotcha.
yeah.
Because, I always thought it was cool because, Avengers Age of Ultron had that really cool, I call it candy red snap case.
Yeah, he has those.
Every once in a while, one pops through, Incredible Hulk.
The green one,
yeah, the green ones. Yeah.
I think it'd be cool because, the first Ant-Man's like charcoal. I would always do that to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
There's some that are like sparkly gold and bronze colored ones.
The
clear yellow.
The X-Men Apocalypse one that I have on the shelf over there is like a silver grayish kind of looking one. Yeah.
And then you also did like taking a piece like a cat tin top off on one of yours.
Oh, that was cool.
And the food looks really gross, but it's really funny.
That's what Albacore tuna looks like right in the can. Because in the movie he eats the tuna. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's great.
Is it obvious that the multicolored things are straws?
No.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I guess I didn't look close enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it again.
I think it takes a minute, but then once you see it, because
that's the prop from that year. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh, did you try to get the prop into every one?
No, I just like.
Were these very good?
Well, I put Easter eggs, where I can. So
yeah.
I was trying to find it because the background for that photo was just like a marble countertop. It didn't feel right. So I can line up these colored straws and it'll look like art, but it'll actually be the straw.
No, they're all great.
So yeah, I'm trying to think of what the Easter eggs I did.
So is this? Are you just making copies just for yourself, or are you getting them in bulk too to give to others?
Well, mostly a bare minimum, as many people that were on the team when I did them. And then more popular stuff like Van Damme. It actually costs less to do more. So Van Damme, I'll probably print 50. Instead of I only really need probably 30. Because I can't imagine selling more than 2 or 3 of these.
I'll buy 10 copies and give them to all my friends and family.
Sweet.
Yeah. And then they'll be like, "What's this?"
Are you ever going to do like a set where you can buy all the 40-hour film festivals for one low price?
I might do that. But that's like 10 of them.
Instead of a Criterion C, it's a Criterion B.
Yeah. Well, the Nose Vision Swirl.
Brad Tyrion.
I'm doing all the Nose Visions. I'm trying to make a 20th anniversary disc right now too. And that has 72 videos on it. And actually, I'm kind of stuck on that in the Van Damme one because with all the bonus features, it might be more than one disc.
Wow.
Because the 40-hour Conception one filled up the entire Blu-ray.
Did it really?
Yeah, but it wasn't the movie itself because that's 7 minutes, but it was all the bonus material.
So is it a 25 gig disc or 50?
50 or 25.
25.
Yeah. And they're all BD -R pressed, so they're not replicated, they're duplicated discs. So they're not just put in any player and it works. It's got to be. I mean, at this point, all the players probably read.
I can say I don't even know
-Rs.
a player that doesn't read those now.
Well, my first Blu-ray player won't.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because now stuff like Warner Archives is Blu-ray rewritable.
Yeah, rewritable. Yeah,
but they can still probably print. I think you have to. Well, the place I'm doing it, you have to order a minimum of 500 to do the replication process. And everything less than that is duplicated.
Gotcha.
So like that. But I imagine Warner does print more than 500, so they're probably still. I mean, they're manufactured on demand, but
yeah, but they don't care.
Does anyone have one? We can actually look at it.
The Porky Pig, go down to the bottom shelf right in front of you. Here, turn to your left. Go
Great
look for
podcast.
Yankee Doodle
This is
Dandy.
the best.
Look for Yankee Doodle Dandy at the bottom shelf.
It sounds like you're joking.
But we also talk about movies that are coming out. Movie news.
He grabbed it! Yay! Listen, as Brad searches through someone else's
I will
Blu-ray
say
collection.
this. He's looking at a movie.
He's looking at a James
The
Cagney
Alamo
film.
Fright Fest is coming up.
Ooh.
Or what's it called? I'm
Fright
sorry.
Fest?
What is
Fantastic Fest?
Fantastic Fest, sorry.
Yeah.
A Fantastic Fest. It's only in Denver and a couple other cities that they'll be available. And
I'm going to Beverly Luff Lynn if anyone else wants to get tickets.
what's that?
That's the movie's there.
What one is that about again?
I don't know. It's from whoever did the Greasy Strangler.
That's right.
Yeah.
I heard it's very unusual. That's all right.
Probably.
When is that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's October 29th. Maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm also doing Dismember at the Alamo.
Oh no, it's next weekend because
Is it next
everyone's
weekend?
posting
Oh, it
all
is.
their
Yeah,
badges.
September.
Yeah.
September. I'll be just Dismember at the Alamo. I didn't actually get a ticket for it. My cousin Lisa, who listens to the show, thanks Lisa,
Oh, yeah.
emailed me and she said, "Hey, you want to go? I have an extra ticket." I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah.
Yeah, should be fun.
Cool.
Yep. Hey, Brad, what's happening around town?
Hey, film buddies, follow me around Denver.
This week at the drive-in, like there's no song. Interesting.
I do have a song I was waiting for you to start. This week at the drive-in.
You should put that Weird Al song at the drive. No, it's the drive-through. Never mind. So the first, anyway, this week, which is what's today, September
The 22nd.
22nd.
I work so much. I don't even know what
I just have to be
fucking day
clear
it is.
because the episodes
I had to
we're
sign a
talking
waiver
about
yesterday,
timely
that's why.
stuff that isn't showing up timely. So
No, all our stuff is up now.
yeah. But this episode is referring to the weekend of September 22nd, which the drive-in is showing Searching,
Okay.
the Nun, and Crazy Rich Asians.
What is Searching? Is that a movie where the internet kills people?
No,
No,
John.
that's John Cho's daughter is
Something
disappeared.
like that, though, isn't it?
Oh,
But
okay.
she might have wanted to disappear. And he
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
know that.
I've heard it's actually one of the better movies to utilize that whole FaceTime
Yeah,
thing.
it's very
Oh, okay.
not very wide release, but it's made some money.
Cool.
So.
Yeah.
And I think the whole thing is on a computer screen.
It sounds
So-
like a movie where the internet kills people.
No,
Like
that's,
well-
and maybe that's why
that's dark-
it's better than an
That might be the
unfriended-
twist. I don't know.
Darknet,
Yeah, well,
Super
those-
Death. What was that
Like,
movie
what
called?
is up with those stupid names? I mean, it's a Soderbergh movie, but it's Unsane, and then it's Unfriended.
Oh, yeah, right.
What? Is
yeah.
Unsane a word?
No. Yes, it is.
Is it really?
Guys, I got to go to Ungym so I can get unbig.
Hey guys, just so you know, I'm unsane, so we're good. Okay.
Unsane in the membrane?
Yes.
You know it.
And then the midnight at the Esquire this week is The Room and Rocky Horror Picture Show. So yeah, there's always that. But the following week, October 5th and 6th, is Beetlejuice.
Oh,
Right on.
With absolutely no.
can I
like,
see the 5 minutes of Beetlejuice?
Is there an option for that?
This week, completely out of context, Brooks just randomly told me, I'm never going to watch The Room. Okay.
Why? Why is she opposed to?
I think the longer she gets away from the disaster artist, the more uncomfortable she is with like how bad it is. She's like, no, I don't need to watch that.
Apparently, it's free on YouTube now. So
As it should be.
And you know what? I mean, just tell her you're not experiencing joy. That's all. And just walk away.
and then Tuesday, September 25th, Open Screen Nights, second to last show. 7 o'clock, Bug Theater. Come on down, screen some stuff. I just recently dug up some old things that I'll be showing.
Cool.
Some really, really old things.
Are we on this week's Sexpot comedy stream?
I think we are. They didn't
think
send
so,
me
too.
any promotions this week, but I think it's just on autopilot now. So,
Have you watched it? I did.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird. It's
It's
like
very
the
weird.
Denver's version of Adult Swim, which
Yep.
I think is great.
Yeah, not quite as funny, but hey, it's unique enough where I think people should watch it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I can't because everything's so small. So if
Yeah.
it reminds me of Robot Chicken, like Adult Swim. If you don't like the one thing, the next thing is probably okay.
yeah. And they don't hear to the like, here's the thing for 15 minutes. Here's the thing for 15 minutes. It's like, here's our thing. Then they do like, I don't know, 15 minutes of stand up, and then
Yeah.
there's like 2 minutes of some animation, and then
Yeah, it's
it's all over the place.
there's no like set, I guess, structure to it. It's so
Yeah.
this could be a minute, it could be 4 minutes.
It's a comedic mixtape on Super Shuffle.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go.
Wow. Man, that was a tagline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Sex
cool.
Pot Comedy. I'm just saying. Call me. I'll come up with some taglines for your stuff.
But yeah, they're currently building, and I guess they're doing like this is considered a season of it, and they're building a second one. So I'm trying to generate new content for that. So
Cool.
get some more
Nice.
exposure. What else? Thursday, September 27th, is the Action Figure Film Festival at the Bug, and that's had a little controversy because it was the G.I. Joe Film Festival, and then Hasbro stepped in and said like, you can't use that name anymore
Oh.
that you've been doing for like 5 years. So it's now the Action Figure Film Festival. It's all action figure stop motion movies.
Don't call them dolls.
That's right.
And then jumping ahead, the Denver Film Festival is coming around October 31st through November 11th.
Yay!
And
Formerly the Stars Film Festival.
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
I know it's not that.
That's what Zach hangs on to because he was there. I don't know if you know a little film called Twombly.
I didn't mention it. You did.
But you mentioned the old name, so we had to mention it.
No, I'm actually curious. I don't know when it stopped being the Stars one. I don't know when they dropped it.
When Stars stopped showing movies? I don't know.
When Stars moved out of Denver, I guess.
The same year they stopped their company, Overture, is the year they...
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, because I think it's self-sustaining now at this point, like in terms of through the city and stuff.
It's in the car.
I wonder what they're going to show this year.
I might be able to tell you.
Did they have an opening night and a closing night and a middle of the week?
No, they haven't announced it yet. They're only just doing the package things already. I bought a 6-pack, so...
You bought a 6-pack?
I did.
Right on.
Films for you and your friends.
Oh, I thought you meant a 6-pack of something else. No.
At a discounted rate. So hopefully they show something worth six appearances.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And I think that's it.
Nice. Busy week.
Yeah.
Hey, movie news is what we do.
It's real news.
There is so much,
Yeah.
and most of it is fun. Where do you want to start? You want to start with trailers?
Sure.
Cool. Do you want to start with Mary Poppins?
Sure.
It's a really good trailer.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you want... I put it on Twitter, when you want something in a trailer and it delivers. Because I don't want them to really spoil the movie, but they spoil enough of it where my favorite line actually in the whole trailer is, are you here to save the Banks kids? And she says, yes, and you too. And it's she's talking about the old kid. Oh, I love it. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Love Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
I bet you
She's
at the
so
end they
awesome.
fly a kite.
Maybe to the highest heights. I don't know.
Yeah,
think it
I
starts
don't
with
know.
them
I'm
flying
just
a
saying.
kite.
All I know is I got to see Dick Van Dyke dance again.
Yes.
No,
That's all
that
I
was so
wanted.
good.
Also, I didn't realize Meryl Streep was in that movie.
The cast is incredible.
Was that already announced, or did she
Yeah.
just pop in out of nowhere?
I'm sure it was announced. It was just like,
She surprises me every time she pops up in things.
Well, she's in a lot of the director's movies.
yeah.
Rob Marshall. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
she was in
she's-
Into the Woods.
Unfortunately, yeah, I was going to say she's unfortunately playing the witch from Into the Woods in this movie. So that part is disconcerting.
She was nominated for an Oscar for that performance.
Sure, great. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, are you pretending it's news to me that Meryl Streep got nominated for an Oscar?
I know.
Oh my God!
Just wait.
How did she possibly make that happen?
I don't know what else she's doing this year, but we may have to just nominate her for Mamma Mia too.
I bet she will be.
Give it
Anyway.
to somebody else. It's just a nomination.
I do like,
Yeah.
or we
Yeah,
could
okay.
retroactively award her for the post.
They should just call it the Meryl Streep Oscar.
the Merrills.
Yeah. Like, they,
Welcome
I
back to
was,
the 75th Merrills.
That trailer played before the movie I saw, and it was great.
man,
It's great on the
I
big
can't wait
screen.
to see it. Yeah.
Just because she's amazing. You know, she just wrapped the Jungle Cruise, where I wasn't really. I'm like, movie on the Jungle Cruise, and you hear The Rock, and she's in it.
Yeah.
And then they have these really funny behind the scenes videos.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're great. So
Yeah.
yeah, I want to see it now.
We also got a trailer for Captain Marvel.
yeah.
Good stuff.
Co-starring Blockbuster.
Yeah.
It's not like this, as tends to be true for some of the Marvel movies. Like this is one where I watched it and I was like, this isn't the best trailer I've ever seen, but it's still like it's just exciting to start seeing some marketing for it.
It serves a purpose.
Exactly, yeah. And Brad and I were talking about it one morning. I was like, the weird thing about this is like this is the first time that a movie like is all that one of their movies is introducing its main character since Doctor Strange, right? Because Black Panther was introduced in Civil War, but like the movie didn't rest on Black Panther, and so this is again the first time since Doctor Strange where it's like, oh, you have to make me like this character. And similarly, this is one where it's a big concept, and like she's got a cat with a dimensional portal in its neck, like it's a there's a lot, and the cat's on the poster. On the poster.
It's a lot to unpack, and I think there's enough where people who aren't Marvel fans or Captain Marvel fans go, oh, she's really strong.
Yeah.
And then people that are Marvel fans go, oh, that's right, she used to be a jet pilot, and then she's got fused with alien blood, and she's super strong, and she punches an old lady because she's a Skrull.
Spoilers.
Hopefully.
Oh yeah, there's a trailer. You get to watch her punch an old lady in the trailer. It's great. And the first time I watched it, I thought, was there no setup for it? Like I had to think about it, and then realize like, okay, I know why she's punching the old lady. But do other people just think that this woman punches old ladies?
A lot of people are turning that into a millennials versus boomers meme.
And it's funny because there was an article on the Hollywood Reporter that detailed why she's punching an old woman. Now, chances are it's a Skrull, but what if she's just confused and just decks some old lady?
Well, there's
She
a
just
quick
smirk at
little
the
shot.
end.
Yeah, there's a quick little shot where the old lady has like this evil smile,
Yeah.
and you go like, okay, you're a Skrull. Like, whatever. But yeah, no, it's it's a good trailer. I'm excited.
It looks fun.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah,
good.
it is interesting because you mentioned that this is the longest I think I've gone without any news from Marvel.
Yeah.
They're doing like a great job with not only Captain Marvel.
Because everybody's dead, man.
Yeah, and
half of the
Avengers.
team at Marvel is gone.
Wait, you didn't decipher that photo yet?
Yeah, there's like people that tore it apart.
It can't be Endgame. Like they said, it's a spoilery title. Like how is Endgame spoilery? Because Doctor Strange says it in the movie.
Yeah.
It was a black and white photo. Maybe it's Avengers black and white photo. That's the title.
Well, there's also a dude
I don't know, I'm
who
not
found
creative.
4 A's in it for Avengers 4, and even Kevin Feige is like, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
When
I
asked,
know.
Kevin Feige said, "Hold on, let me just finish my champagne."
You know what's not going to define whether that movie's good? The subtitle. Like, whatever.
But it
It'll be
is
okay.
really fascinating because they only have announced to Spider-Man Far From Home.
Right.
So
Well, that's because that title is like actually kind of cool in the void that we live in right now. You know?
Yeah. So I'm interested to see what they're gonna. I know they hired the director for the Eternals, which that seems like a really tough property to sell to people. But
Yeah.
I thought Guardians of the Galaxy wouldn't work. What do I know?
Maybe it's Avengers Snap Yo Fingers.
Well, that the Inhumans show was just such a hit that they figured like, well, anyway.
They put that in IMAX.
Remember, guys? I actually feel bad because I was going to put this story up front in honor of Henry, who's not here right now, because Space Jam 2 is still happening, and Ryan Coogler's going to make it. He's not directing it, but still.
He's going to
Like,
produce it, yeah.
How fast I got
doesn't
going
matter.
too.
I know.
It's like, man, that's probably why LeBron went to the Lakers. Not only the money, but now he's in Hollywood, and it's easier for him to make the movies he wants to make.
And that's how the movie can start, is he's moving to his new house in L.A., and all of a sudden, like, he's got to fix the plumbing at his house, and he digs a hole, and there's a rabbit what comes out of it. Uh-oh.
and the rabbit pops out and says, "I knew I should have taken a left turn in Albuquerque."
Right. Yeah.
But
And
I
then,
guess if you go to
I don't
LA,
know,
you would take a left turn.
Some kind of bad guy pops up,
And
it's
if-
Nike.
if LeBron is,
yeah.
it's just a swish.
Right.
If LeBron is as good as he is in Trainwreck, I think we're okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
He's
that.
good in that movie.
If
Yeah.
it says Justin Lin's out as director though, so I'm just saying we need to get Warner Brothers to be aware of Henry and let him
It's
make
true,
the movie.
Henry. This is your call to action. You need to
Yeah.
make Space Jam 2.
I don't think-
call
I
Ryan
think-
Coogler.
If Henry doesn't make it, then
I'm
none
not
of us-
seeing it.
Then none of us make it.
I won't
Because
see it.
no one will have as much passion for
No.
Space Jam 2 as Henry.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's good that he's not making it because when you work on something, you get really close to the material. You might start to hate
right.
it.
I guess
Yeah.
that's true.
So
Yeah.
taking a step back,
Yeah,
still
it's
enjoy
like
it.
Len
Maybe
Weiss
just be a
in Die Hard.
producer. Give the ideas to the director.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They just need to talk to him. They need to
Yes.
vet it with him just to make sure he's good with it.
That's true.
Yeah. Speaking of things they need to vet with real nerds, Netflix has bought the rights to turn Avatar: The Last Airbender into a live-action TV show.
And M. Night Shyamalan's coming back, is what you're
I'm
going
gonna
to
hit you really hard.
Do you think it worked? I think
Don't
it
bring
worked-
that shit into this nice holy place.
Bring me your elderly.
He's got to be done with Glass by now, right?
He's not working on anything. They didn't even pronounce the names right. This isn't an adaptation from the book. In the show, they tell you how to say their names.
Ong.
Christopher Nolan ignored the animated series pronunciation of Ra's al Ghul, so
Well, yeah, but he's Christopher Nolan.
he can do whatever he wants.
He can do whatever he
He's a
wants.
British man, but he was born in Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only reason I think it's exciting is because maybe it'll get more than 3 seasons, and they'll just get
Well,
to
I think
like
it'll
have
work
some adventures.
Probably better as a series, anyways, where you let it breathe.
Well, I mean, the original series was a series. It just
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get it. But,
yeah.
But I mean, instead of a live action movie, get a live action series.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Instead of the film. Yeah. I mean, what I don't want is for them to just remake the cartoon show. Like, I almost wish that they just bought the rights to Avatar and then just made a different series, you know? But whatever. Like, I would just want things to be new. Otherwise, it's like, okay, now it's, instead of being cartoons, like, you have to make the flying bison out of CG. Like,
why don't you do it like they're trying to do that Lord of the Rings TV show? At least as how they're pitching it, where it's a story that takes place in that same world.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I would ideally love,
and that's what I'm kind of betting on, because you've got enough fans who they already tore. They already tore.
It's like me, man. Well, yeah, no, you're right.
They tore M. Night up enough that anybody who takes that is fully aware of the baggage they're handling.
Yeah.
So they know how to make sure it doesn't get torn up in the travel.
Yeah. And, whatever they do, it'll be fine. Even if they fuck it up, like, if and when I ever have kids, I will still have my Blu-rays of the original that I can show them.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
And they'll be like, Dad, this is boring.
But like I said, my hope would just be that they go do something fun. Don't just take, the J.J. Abrams episode and make it live action. Like, no one needs that. Because it's already good. Footnote news: Robert Redford regrets telling everybody he's retiring, so maybe he's not retiring.
And then after that, he said Hail Hydra, right?
Right, yeah. Hey, who wants to talk about the Joker?
Sure. I mean,
Jared Leto?
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Joaquin Phoenix, screen testing as the Joker. Oh, buddy. And then, I don't know. Brad, what do you think?
It's one of those like, hey, there's very little to go on, so I'm not going to make any judgments.
It's a camera test, guys.
That face is reminiscent of the mask that Heath Ledger wears at the beginning of The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
So my guess is that he wears it before he falls into Ace Chemicals or something.
There you go.
Or even if not, who cares?
Yeah. I mean, if it's
at least he shaved his mustache.
It seems really, really grounded.
Yeah.
I know.
I made the joke. It's like, look, it's the Joker who looks like Joaquin Phoenix. Like the thing of him. I guess they're trying to go for his look from what's the Joker story? I can't remember the Joker story right now. The Killing Joke.
Killing Joke. Yeah.
Where they give him a backstory. Kind of looks like that guy.
Yeah.
I think people should be prepared that it's not going to be very close to the source material at all. I think this is one of those where it's going to be a trim. If you complain that DC movies have strayed too much from the get ready, because I don't feel like this is going to be very close to anything you've seen before. So.
And you should be able to make your own movie. And comic book, when people complain about not being close to source material, I can probably point to like 18 different Jokers. And he also said that it depends on what version he wants to tell.
Yeah.
So you can just be a different version of the Joker. Because right now they're in the comics, they're dealing with there's maybe more than one Joker.
Yeah.
So you never know.
If this film doesn't somehow get to actual production, they can use that test footage to sell them on Joaquin Phoenix in the Bozo the Clown biopic, though. And I think he could finally get his Oscar that way.
What would make you think that this movie wouldn't just get to production? They greenlight whatever random thing they think of.
I'm just saying, accidents happen.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll be great. Hopefully it'll be the best one.
And it did what he wanted to. They're talking about it.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
You already create awareness for it.
This isn't new. It's funny to me that the Joker specifically is a character where this happens, where it's like the shot of Heath Ledger comes out and everybody's like, "Oh no, man, this is terrible," and then the shot of Jared Leto comes out and everybody's like, "Oh no, man, this is terrible," and then the shot of Joaquin Phoenix comes out and we're all like, "Oh, all right, we'll see."
Yeah.
Is Martin Scorsese still producing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we know you won't like it.
No, I won't give a shit. Yeah.
Well, it's just a producer.
Surprise!
Anything that touches
Martin Scorsese makes another movie about people I shouldn't like.
He's really stretching his creativity.
My goodness. Disney this week said that they're going to slow down on Star Wars movies or something. They're just going to slow down on Star Wars. We don't know what this means.
So instead of May, it just be December.
Well, no. Honestly, that's what we all kind of said. If they had just released Solo in the fall instead of in the spring, everybody would have been happy.
Well, I think even after Episode 9, you could probably take a year off, then put the Boba Fett movie out.
Yeah.
Build up the anticipation a little more.
Trying to get to one every year just that quickly. Even Marvel didn't do that.
Yeah,
you know?
and also like Marvel operates on a different run of situation, whereas Star Wars kind of feels like it should feel special each time you see it, even if it is going to be a spinoff.
And Marvel had 40 years, 50 years of comics to go off of, 60 years of comics to go off. The story was already there. With Star Wars, they got to go make the shit up. And so unfortunately it was, okay, we have the new ones that we're making where, they're really, really well written. Get fucked, everybody. Anyway, and then in the middle of that, you just have these ones where they're like, well, what if we fill in this gap here? Or, where did this guy get his name? And they're fun
because
again,
they don't
I enjoy those movies
because they don't want to go to a certain man at the Skywalker Ranch and talk to him.
But he didn't write them either.
No, I didn't.
All those lies for 20 years about books being on shelves, we all also saw the documentary where you sat down with a blank piece of paper and started writing episode 1.
They were actually hollowed out books where I hid my weed.
Yeah, right.
Because that's how I was able to write episode 1. Come see my movies in my basement.
I mean, I would hope that. By slow down, I hope they mean we're going to take our time and pick the projects that we think are actually really good and give them time to breathe and be made well.
My issue with it, and because I feel like it should be an every other year at the very least thing, because I wasn't super I was Force Awakens, Brad can attest to this. We went to that movie a shit ton of times in the theater.
Yeah,
I only went to Rogue One once, twice, and then Last Jedi. Obviously, because I was injured, I could only go once. But even then, I wasn't overtly excited before seeing it. When I walked out, I was blown away. But it's just the anticipation wasn't the same.
Well, you're not
because I knew I was getting another one,
right.
In a couple of months. So
yeah,
it didn't feel special anymore.
There's never going to be a time again. Hopefully. There's never going to be a time again where Star Wars is as uncool as it was 4 years ago, and then you have this opportunity to see something that really excites you.
Yeah.
They're never going to get that back.
Yeah. Again, it's not about the quality of the films. It's just the anticipation factor is kind of gone for me at this point.
Yeah. No,
because Iger and Horn already told me I'm going to get one for the rest of my life every year, other year, whatever. But
yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Ryan, you know what else we're going to get?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. What's that?
We're going to get more Veronica Mars.
I know. I love it.
Yeah, so Hulu is making a revival series. We don't know how long.
I heard 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And then if that does well, they'll do more. I think they have ideas for 3 seasons.
That'd be cool.
But I love to see Kristen Bell back as Veronica Mars. I mean, I think it was number 9 in my Film Explosion a couple years ago. Veronica Mars movie.
Yeah.
Because I love the characters.
Yeah.
Her dad and her together is always great.
Yeah, that show was so good.
Yep. It's well done.
And I think the series, I like the movie. The series I think works better just because that way you can tell a bit longer story, but also not force it to move too fast through that mystery.
I agree.
That's part of what was so great about the TV show was you had this season long mystery that you could over.
Yeah, and then even the first major mystery didn't get wrapped up till season 3. So
yeah, that's true. Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah. So it is very long. Cool. So that's over 70 episodes.
Yeah, that was great. Man,
love me some Veronica Mars.
Yeah, cool. And then the very last piece
and
of
her
news...
perfect eyes.
I'm sorry, you're referencing something that I missed.
Yeah, you used to think that she had crooked eyes.
That was you,
Kristen Bell.
No,
sure you guys.
No.
We're not remembering that wrong. And now you're fucking with us more. You fucker.
That's so messed up. You actually had me for a second. I was like, wait. I was like, no, she's gorgeous. What are you talking about?
And caring.
Yeah.
If you like misplaced
sweet,
eyes.
and she can.
And she marries below her.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's super mean to Dax Shepard.
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
He seems like he's a nice
he's a
guy.
great guy.
There's
yes.
been a couple stories about him in the news recently.
I'm
where
sure
I'm like, good for him.
I'm sure because I know she's so great. The fact that she is in love with him means that he must be amazing.
Yeah,
it's true.
Just not at making a Chips movie.
Right. Yeah, we don't talk about that.
And you know what? She was in it because she supports him. That's the kind of wife you need.
I haven't seen it. It didn't look bad. I just didn't see it.
Yeah, very last piece of news I have is, look at this Lego Porg!
Did you buy it already?
No, but I want one! Look at it!
I asked...
its mouth opens so it can yell.
Is that a cell phone next to it?
No, the ideas things, or not the... it's a little thing, like a little plaque that comes next to it.
Oh, I'm trying to get... I thought it was a size comparison.
They do that. It's supposed to be life size.
Oh.
When I did the panel with Giannis, who plays Chewbacca in Star Wars, I asked him what porg tastes like.
Ooh.
And he said it was delicious. But then he felt really bad.
You can open its mouth.
So even when he wasn't in character, he was in character. So
it looks like Funzo from The Simpsons.
If you flap its wings, it opens its mouth.
Does it make
so
sounds?
That's how it screams.
Does it actually scream?
No.
Does it have a sound processor in it?
It does in my head.
Can you eat it like Chewbacca could if you wanted to?
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It should come. It should
I mean,
come with
like
a
it's
little.
gonna rip up my intestines, but
It should come with like a
not real,
little
guys.
Lego fake roasted chicken.
Zach,
that'd be awesome.
Zach,
should
why
look
are you
just
eating
as
those fake as the
Legos?
one in.
Zach, why aren't you on the show? I ate too many Legos.
So the funniest age of reappropriation of a Lego set that I've seen is for Kellen's birthday, our friend Matt got him a Jurassic World like T-Rex Escape.
I saw that.
And instead of having a goat, it's a hot dog that the T-Rex gets lured out with.
Aww.
So it's like a hot dog's on a crane instead of a goat. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
Neat.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
And it'd be cool if it was a goat with blood and guts on it, but what do I know?
Anyway, I think that's the news. Unless there's something else I forgot about that you guys know about. Great. Okay, cool.
Yep. This is coming out on Blu-ray.
DVD releases and Blu-rays. Again, there's a lot of shit this week.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween is coming out on 4K.
Yes, the one,
not
only
the
classic.
new one, but the original.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's something I need to upgrade, but then I was reading reviews on High Def Digest, and they said it looked good, but I don't think I'm going to upgrade it.
Yeah,
I heard it has less stuff than all the
it
other
does.
Blu-rays.
Yeah, well,
Oh, really?
that's just a given because Anchor Bay doesn't want to put money into that after what they did with the box set. But it's going to have those same featurettes that are really cool, like the night she came home and stuff like that. The key thing is getting that HD transfer, that 4K scan.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I'm going to do it. You can see I've got plenty of copies.
Okay. Well, when you get it, I'll borrow it and I'll.
Yeah,
I've watched it in 4K.
You know what? I have no problem spending $17 for you to take it back up to Idaho Springs. Plus, you loaned me The Burning, so
I did. Loan
I
you
call
The
this an
Burning.
even trade.
Probably equal in quality of film.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying The Burning probably should have gotten a revival by David Gordon Green.
Solo, a Star Wars story.
Yeah, the Best Buy.
A Ron Howard
awesome.
film, Solo, a Star Wars story.
Right.
Yes.
It's about a rivalry.
It is about a rivalry.
Has a really good car scene.
It does. And everyone should see it. Kind of like Rush. Anyway. Yeah, it's out on 4K and like 16 different Steelbook editions you can get at every location near you.
I want the one that has a picture of Jabba the Hutt, even though he wasn't in the movie.
Yeah. The whole X-Men collection is getting a 4K release this week.
How much?
I don't care. The cover is the X-Men United cover, so I just moved on.
Oh, that's
I
terrible.
was already like out of it.
Hey, I say
I don't
it all
even
the
know.
time. The last scene where Wolverine's trying to stop Phoenix is awesome. The music's really great
Yeah.
in that.
All right, now I have to go back because I don't. Okay, it's just the first three.
Yeah, because I think the other ones are already on 4K.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't.
Well, but
upgraded
if you
it,
were doing
so
a
I don't
collection
care.
set, you could do like all 9 films or whatever.
Scene where after Magneto's gotten the shot and he just looks around and goes like, "Watch out, I die."
Like that would be a kind of cool collection. Of course, I guess they're putting out another one of those movies or something.
Yeah.
So.
Well, my older brother has had Logan forever, and I'm really worried because I have the Steelbook that you can't get anymore in 4K.
Yeah.
So when did that come out on Blu-ray?
Last year.
Last year. I haven't had it in like 6-7 months.
Oh, I see what
Well,
you're saying.
if it is destroyed, then we'll cover for you.
That's like $150 or something.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
American Psycho's got a 4K release this week.
I still have
Why
never
do
seen
Gate
that.
releases the weirdest movies on 4K.
I don't even know why I clicked on it.
I've got a Blu-ray of it on the shelf. I still haven't watched it.
That's all right.
Criterion's putting out a movie I can't pronounce. Andrei Rublev.
Andrei Rublev.
Very, very specialized market for that one.
Yes.
The Wreck Collection
That
is
looks
coming out
fun.
from Shout Factory.
I like that the first two. I haven't seen the other ones, so.
Yeah. So you can get all of those from Shout Factory.
I may have to go on
also,
Amazon.
Also from Shout Factory, these are kind of out of order because I did this fast, so
Sorry, I'm
we're doing these up front. Also from Shout Factory is Exorcist 2: The Heretic.
This
is this the real Exorcist 2? Which one is this?
Yeah, yes.
This is the second Exorcist film.
It's
okay.
dumb but amazing.
Okay.
It is. I will say this for you. It is extremely unique.
Are you unsure whether the movie's dumb, Ryan?
Oh, it's
so
super
you're
dumb.
unsure whether it's amazing.
No, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. This movie is super, super dumb.
So
but,
I'll be fair. I haven't seen it in like 20 years.
Uh-huh.
I saw it on HBO, and you're talking to a guy who owns The Burning, and I don't want to own that.
I do for completist purposes, but also like I like the stories about the making of that film.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Definitely more than the movie because it's insane. They got a new interview with Linda Blair for it too, so
that'd be interesting to see. I don't know why she agreed to do that. Maybe because it's money.
Money.
I do it. I do porn.
Okay,
I'm just saying for money.
Okay.
For money.
I'd sell
Thank
my
God.
body.
I
for
thought
money.
it was for other reasons, like
Nope.
integrity.
No, when you go for money, guys, you just kiss integrity goodbye.
That's not the only thing.
Also, that's why I work at the thrift shop.
So, season 3 of DC's Legends of Tomorrow is
That's
out
been
on
3
Blu-ray.
seasons?
Yeah, I know. I thought that too.
It's-
I really expected this to say the first and complete series.
I guess I've never turned on CW, so I don't know.
It's quietly successful.
Yeah,
as with everything on CW.
They have their audience, I guess.
Speaking of quietly successful, John Travolta's Gotti film.
That's not true.
It was quiet.
I can't believe
Take away that other-
I'm Gotti, guys. What am I
that
doing
film
in court?
that filmed in Cincinnati.
Can I hear the same Common song 3 times in a row? In a span of 2 hours.
Uncle Drew is out on 4K.
Uncle
Which is a
Drew.
Lionsgate film. I don't know anything about Uncle Drew except that it's a new movie from this year with Shaquille O'Neal in it.
See Henry's review on realnerdspodcast.com.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Grab your squad and go. The Punisher, John
Travolta's
oh my gosh, what's his name?
Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane's The Punisher, which I love. Is on 4K.
I watched it recently. It's way cheesier than I remembered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the time,
It
like,
was
cheesy was what comic book movies were.
Didn't that
Like-
come out in like 2004?
Yeah, and then we got
Yes.
So after 2 Spider-Mans?
and we got a better
Yes.
version of it 4 years later with Warzone.
Yeah, Warzone's pretty great. Yeah.
Also coming out this week.
Is it?
4K.
Yeah.
Nice.
4K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm like, I'm on the internet a lot and I don't remember not seeing that. That's weird.
Like I said, there's just a
Lionsgate
lot
puts
of
the
shit this
weirdest
week.
movies on 4K.
Yeah.
I guess comic book. I
There's
guess
even
makes
like
sense.
there's of course there's always stuff that I skip, but there's
Yeah, like the Puppet Master,
the
the Little
Littlest Reich.
Reich in 4K,
eh,
Fraggle Rock on Blu-ray,
yeah.
You were gonna ignore Fraggle
Weed
Rock.
Wolf,
Weed
What?
Wolf.
Weed Wolf.
Is that a Charles Band movie?
It's a raw and extreme unrated edition.
Oh, I could only
Wait,
want that.
Did you say Rod Extreme?
No, raw and
Oh,
extreme.
Raw and Extreme. I'm like, what the fuck is Raw and Extreme?
Criterion's also putting out A Raisin in the Sun this week.
Hell yeah.
Which is actually good. From Severin, okay, here we go. From Severin this week is Anthropophagus. What? I don't know, but there's a dude.
Anthropophagus.
There's a dude on the cover. It's like a drawing.
It's
There's
a
dude- oh
it-
god,
it-
Weed Wolf is really good. Oh my goodness.
It's like some stoner where they
Take
just
snap,
added
though.
like thick eyebrows to him.
Is he eating a heart? What's in his right hand?
Oh,
That's a
guys,
heart.
guys, I'm just saying. I think Tommy Chong's gonna
Wait,
finally get
no.
that Oscar.
He's smoking weed out of the human heart.
He's using the heart as a
Guys.
bong.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's all kinds of wrong, but it wants
so
to be right.
This is a drawing of a man who's kneeling and eating his own intestines out of his body.
It kind of looks like Nicolas Cage from Mandy.
It kind of does, actually, yeah. The Swarm is getting a release from Warner Archives.
What's the Swarm again?
That's a B-50s movie.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Never mind.
I know these
the
things
covers
because I
aren't
used to
great.
watch AMC with my grandfather.
I
They
did
played-
too, but like I didn't
Yeah.
see the bunch of the sci-fi ones. It was always like the Douglas Sirk melodramas or
Yeah.
a gangster movie.
It's a bees movie.
Love it.
The Arrow Arrow this week is putting out The Day of the Jackal, which is about real crime.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that's a true crime movie.
Yeah.
It's a pretty intense flick.
It is.
It won't be. No, actually. Here, we'll do this one next. From Vinegar Syndrome, Body Melt, which I think all of the.
That's what I do when I go to the sauna.
There's a drawing of a person on the front, and half their body is melting. So, I think you're gonna get what they
It
sell.
looks like Dave Perner getting a wax figure made.
Also from Vinegar Syndrome is The House on Tombstone Hill,
Oh shit!
where trespassing is a matter of life or death.
That cover looks kind of badass.
I'd buy
Yeah, this is not bad.
when we were looking for houses. There is a place in Littleton off Chatfield that's literally called Crystal Lake Drive.
No.
And I tried so hard to get a house there, and then one came for sale, and I clicked on it, and it was $697,000.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't think I can afford that one, but it'd be sweet to live on Crystal Lake Drive.
Oh my gosh.
Why don't
know
you
what-
just petition the city to rename the one you're on?
I should. I mean, it's only been Virginia Street for 130 years. I'm pretty sure I can get name it Crystal Lake Drive.
Or you can go up to Crystal Lake Drive and just kind of stand around there going like, you don't want to go there. You've got a death curse.
Dig a hole in your yard, fill it with water.
Done.
Put a big post sign that says Crystal Lake. The L's backwards.
And then the last thing I have is from Arrow, which is the winner for the least threatening title to a horror film, The Baby.
And yet somehow the creepiest
Aw.
poster I've seen.
Yeah. Oh, the poster's screwed up. I mean,
want my
don't know.
diaper
I
changed.
think
It's not too far off
there's
from
no
that.
there's no baby on the cover.
But someone's getting
There's
fed
a-
like one.
Yeah, there's a woman feeding like a dude with a collar around his neck, and then there's another woman who's just there, and then there's like three weird alien-looking ladies in the background, and there's lots of balloons. The balloons might be spaceships.
Do they introduce the movie like Little Shop of Horrors?
I think this is a movie about
the baby.
uh
Brian's doing the snapping for you can't see it, but it's amazing.
and the diaper-clad, bottle-sucking baby. I have a feeling.
Horrifying.
I have a feeling that the diaper-clad, bottle-sucking baby, not a baby.
That's how you
Maybe
announce.
a human.
James,
Maybe a
that's how
live
you
adult.
announce if you and Brooks are going to have a kid. We're going to have a diaper-clad.
Seriously. I think this is the alternate cover for it. Anyway, The Baby. You can get that from Arrow this week.
Oh, that's creepier than the first one we saw.
Yeah, that's really good.
Spider over here.
Ooh, kill the
I'll
fire.
kill it.
No, there's two of them.
Or you could just pick it up and take it outside. Just saying.
No, just kill it. They're not supposed to be in the house. How are they going to learn?
Is there a no spider sign on your door? How did it know?
It's a house.
But if I let it bite me, I can be fought by Willem Dafoe.
This is the best podcast ever.
Probably.
Listen to as Zach and Brad argue whether or not to kill a spider. Anyway, that's Blu-rays this week.
I didn't know Brad was so caring about other living creatures, Brad. That's adorable.
Not caring about me. Are you drinking the spider? Did you just drink the spider? Oh my god! I just look up and he's just like taking a big old swig.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to gain its powers.
Right.
He totally fucked him. He's like split in half now.
He's like, he's alive, but his legs don't work.
I cannot create, I can only destroy.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, that's going to bite you later.
No, that's
You
okay.
got away.
I had it coming. You know I had it coming.
Oh yeah, now there's a that spider's lover is going to come back for revenge. Now that you've
Sweet.
killed it.
Spider lover.
So when I'm going to sleep tonight, if I hear a faint version of that Kill Bill song, I'll know that I'm first. I'm gonna kill Brad.
No, it's the other one. I said there was two, but no one listens to me.
Right? No, it's coming for you. You got to break its legs too. This is how crime works, Brad.
Speaking of, so I've been playing Spider-Man, and so yesterday when you have I have to do so much shit. And so I got done, and Laura went to work, and she's like, I'll see you later. I guess you'll probably be playing Spider-Man. I'm like, yeah, right. It's gonna be like 11:30 at night. I'm not doing that. So I watched a couple movies, and it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm gonna turn on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then I only just finished Act 1. And
okay, cool.
And my Spider-Man's like leveled at level 30.
Oh yeah, okay.
So now I'm starting to get into like
you've done everything.
Yeah, so I'm starting to get into like the demon like dens.
Right.
And I just annihilate
You've
them.
just started the story.
Yeah.
But you're also almost max level.
Yeah, so I'm already like Super Spider-Man.
Right. That's
and
awesome.
I've learned that my favorite
what's funny is that I think the story unlocks some of the weapons though.
It does.
So it's like you're way max level, but you can't put all the points into all of the.
I can't, and so like I'm at a point. So even I have a bunch of suits that are unlocked, but I can't buy them because I need challenge tokens.
Right.
And I don't know what
And
the challenge are.
Yeah.
Are.
Right. You don't have those.
I don't know what they are.
Did you get the Black Cat stuff?
I got Black Cat because
I was the challenge tokens are in the story. They're not in a side story.
Gotcha. So because I was playing it and Kellen likes watching it, and I had to finish finding all the kitty cats around town.
Yeah.
So I did that one pretty fast.
Little kitties.
And now my Spider-Man is so fast and strong. I don't even fast travel. I can make it from one side of the map to the other in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, I still do stuff when I'm web swinging. I'm like, oh, that was so awesome. I love that game. But Mr. Negative's a bad guy.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's fun. So, yeah, level 30 Spider-Man. I'm like 10% done with the story.
Yeah.
You should introduce yourself to person. Hi, I'm Ryan Frost, level 30 Spider-Man.
Level 30 Spider-Man.
What are you only? Level 23?
Cool. We also watch movies throughout the week in a segment I call What Are We Watching?
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Brad, what'd you watch this week?
I'm going to list out here. So I got around to watching Paradise PD, which you've been talking about. It's funny.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's not like my favorite thing, but I think I'm surprised at how like there's always the like most cartoons have to fight with the Simpsons did it issue at this point, but this one like shamelessly like it looks like it's drawn like Family Guy.
Yep.
And there's like the dog in it. It's basically Brian with a different voice.
Yeah.
They even have like South Park's The Devil in it.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't try to change that voice. It's like the Trey Parker version of the devil.
Yep.
So on that front, it's like
it's not creative at all.
Yeah.
But it's funny because
and it's filthy, which is great.
Yeah, it's super filthy. It's funny because of how far they push stuff.
Yeah.
And every time you're like, oh, they're not going to go very much farther. And then they have when the dog's wrestling and he like swings his dick around and calls it like the red propeller. Or, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
It's just so much is going on in those. And not every joke sticks, but when they do, they're pretty funny.
Yeah. And then Dana Snyder is the old man.
Yep.
And actually a couple other characters.
He's also
in
the really fat cop.
Yeah. So.
I do. Me and Brad have this fun moment from Dana Snyder from last year's Comic-Con where he would talk normally like he normally does, but then when he'd get really animated, he'd get into like Master Shake voice, and me and Brad would look at each other and go, "Yep, there's Master Shake."
There he is.
Yep,
it's
good stuff.
So, yeah, that's interesting.
He's always somewhere on the spectrum between Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War and Master Shake.
Then I also watched Disenchantment. Speaking of The Simpsons.
Oh yeah. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's good. It's serialized, so you know I'm used to watching like Matt Groening stuff that is very episodic, and this has a clear arc. Yeah, so there's this princess who is a bit of a tomboy. She doesn't want to get married and be a princess. She just wants to live her life. And then there's a magical elf named Elfo.
All right.
All the elves in the kingdom, the magic elf kingdom, all have just generic like, you know. Their name is
Sparkle.
what they do or something.
Yeah.
Like there's like Bildo and just add O to everything. And then there's like a little demon guy who's basically the bender of the show.
Is it voiced by Joe DiMaggio?
No, actually, Joe DiMaggio voices the king.
Who sounds like he's like a Brooklyn yard worker. It's ridiculous. I love it.
So anyway, her mom was cursed by something. They're not sure. That's kind of the mystery. And so the king is trying to use elf blood to harnesses magical powers to possibly undo the spell. So they keep using Elfo as a blood bank. So they just keep siphoning his blood away. And meanwhile, they're going on like, when he has to recharge his blood, basically they go on other little adventures and things and stuff. And it's a little inconsistent, but I think the story is interesting enough. Like I'm curious like where it's going to go.
Did
It ends on a
more than
cliffhanger.
one season already?
I hope so, because it ends like on a cliffhanger. So
No.
yeah,
It's gonna be like Woody's Roundup. We won't know the end.
That's the bummer with Netflix. They do it all the time. A lot of their shows, because they order them in like lumps.
Yeah.
The season will end with a cliffhanger, and then no more seasons.
Right.
yeah.
I mean, don't get me started on Joe McHale.
I know that cliffhanger for Joel McHale show just kills me every time.
I know. How's it going to end? I don't know.
Yeah. Is he dead?
I don't know.
Who knows?
My favorite joke might be there's an episode where Bean, it's short for Tia Beanie, Princess Tia Beanie, Bean, her daddy kicks her out of the kingdom, and she has to go find like a job. So she's doing all these different jobs, trying to figure out which she's good at. And one of them is the camera is zoomed in. She's like cutting meat. She's like, wow, I'm really good at being a butcher. And then it zooms out, and it's a pet shop. And the pet shop owner's like, this is a pet store.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. Yeah, so it's interesting. I'm interested to see more.
Cool.
Now I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Then I also got to watch a documentary called Love Gilda about Gilda Radner.
Ooh.
Was The Three Identical Strangers also a CNN Films documentary?
Yes, it was.
So is RGB.
Yeah.
Yep. They're having a good year. It seems like.
So yeah, it's interesting. I didn't know a lot about her other than like Saturday Night Live stuff, and then
Gene Wilder's wife.
Me and Gene Wilder's wife. So, but I guess I wish there was more than like a lot of it is just like family home photos and video. And they really don't. They keep showing clips of like comedy bits she did, but they're always truncated, so they're mostly punchlines. And I'm like, well, it's not as funny because I don't have the context of what she was doing.
How long is it?
I think about an hour and a half. So, but it was interesting to see her background and where she came from.
I think I would make the assumption is that the movie treats it as if though you already know all about this woman's comedy, and now it's like more about her personal side.
True. Yeah. There's less time for that.
Okay. Maybe that's why you're not getting it.
Yeah.
Getting the things because I agree. You probably should have more of her comedy nowadays to provide context, because I don't know how many people remember SNL from back in that day.
Yeah.
So
unless you're geeks like us.
I think if you grew up watching her stuff when she was alive, then this is probably more your speed.
See, she was confusing the word violence for violins. That's the context. She thought they were talking about violins.
But other than the family video, like in personal clip, the whole thing kind of is like built around her biography that she wrote right before she died. So periodically, modern comedians like Amy Poehler and Bill Hader are reading from the diary.
Oh, cool. That's a cool idea.
And then like laughing at her stuff. So she's, a lot of the documentary is presented as her journal. And so, and you actually hear her voice saying stuff from the book, because I guess they have audio tapes of all that. But it really moves along, like, and there's not a single period that they spend too much time on. So there's just like a little bit of everything through her life. And again, her life was short, so there's not a lot.
I just realized if it wasn't today, then it's a couple of days ago was the anniversary of Gene Wilder's passing. So
yeah, I didn't know she was involved with Martin Short either. That was surprising. Like early on, way before SNL and everything.
I always forget how old Martin Short is, because it seems like he doesn't age.
Oh, he looks pretty old in the documentary.
Yeah, and also watch the Netflix special. It was Steve Martin. He looks.
He's getting there.
He's getting there. He doesn't look. He still looks kind of like a childish man, but
yeah.
But no, I mean,
but he's still not as old as he looks in Arrested Development.
Sounds like this is something I'd still want to see, even though it's a little bit more reflective rather than like fact based. At least that's what I'm getting from you. Is it seems more like just people reacting to her writing.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, the other thing they cut away to is people reacting to her writing. Like, there's not a ton of interviews with people who knew. Like, they have like 3 people that they kind of go back and forth to. Like, someone who was a writer on SNL, and I think one of her brother and her sister, and then other than that, or Lorne Michaels is in there too. But other than that, it's the modern comedians just commenting on, like Melissa McCarthy, I think is one of them too. And they're just like acknowledging the diary. They're not like, oh well, obviously they didn't know Gilda, so they can't say anything else. But it, with all the people she encountered, I'm surprised there wasn't more like Bill Murray in there or something. Martin Short's probably the only other one that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anytime I would watch those old SNL
I guess Chevy Chase was in there, now I think about it.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him. But every time I'd watch those early season DVDs when they did come out with Gilda Radner, my favorite sketches were always when she would play Barbara Walters and just use that that Elmer Fudd voice for it. It's still funny to me.
Yeah. And she hated the fame part.
I'm sure she did. Yeah.
And then the last thing I saw was Mandy with Zach.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I guess we're kind of do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. No,
did you
not
go
really
see
that.
it or did you VOD it?
We went to see it.
We went to the Alamo for it. Who, what, where, revenge.
So now I know it's also made by the Beyond the Black Rainbow director. Like visually, it makes sense. Story wise, it's really just a straight up revenge film with awesome gore and
and
murders.
a Cheddar Goblin. I haven't seen it, but the Cheddar Goblins.
I'm pissed because no one told me there was a Cheddar Goblins menu at the Alamo, so they totally would have taken advantage of that.
The fuck is a Cheddar Goblin?
I don't know.
It's a commercial in the movie.
It's a weird it's the one thing that moves at a normal pace in the movie.
Yeah. So this movie feels like it's 4 hours long. And sorry, Zach, but it felt even longer because you were sniffling like the whole time. So I was a little removed from the movie. But yeah, the whole time just like, move on from this scene. Please get to the next thing. Stop hanging on this single shot. Like, I get it. Move on. Quit waiting for the soundtrack to play out. Just cut here. And yeah, it's
pretty deliberate, the pace then?
It's got to be intentionally slow on purpose. Like, if for like an art film, it makes sense, but just like as someone who's like, I get it. Like, more of this gore, like, kill these guys already because I fucking hate them. Just move on. I get this, trying to create this atmosphere, and it's pretty cool for the most. Like, visually, it's stunning. Like,
yeah.
And even the titles, it kind of. I don't think it needs it, but it's actually broken up like an anthology, like a 2-part anthology. But like when they do that, they got these cool, like, elaborate, and then there's like animations in it too.
Yeah,
which I don't think I
not,
don't think they match the style of the movie.
They're certainly not the best part of it.
Yeah,
to be sure.
I
think they're like, it's kind of like with.
They feel a little student drawn.
Yeah, it's not like Kill Bill where it feels much more in keeping with the style of the live action footage.
Like it's almost like a 70s album cover come to life. Like the whole movie cinematically.
Like
and then
late 70s
the drawings try to emulate that, but it would have been better if they were airbrushed and not just like toon drawn.
Well, I didn't see the end credits with Mandy's drawings, but there was some in the movie, I guess. Like, I don't know. It all did feel like a late 70s, early 80s metal cover.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you just want to see Nicolas Cage get revenge in awesome, violent ways on a bunch of Christian
sold
extremists,
sold,
then this is your movie. Like that one part where it zooms into the forest and the forest is all red, and then like the biker gang is like in there. Like that's actually, it was the one part of the movie I was like, wow, this is something I haven't seen in a movie.
Right.
Like just the way it's presented.
Yeah.
It's like
it doesn't. It
was striking.
It doesn't abide by many conventional rules.
So would you say not see it then? Besides,
I don't know if you'll like it or not.
You can.
I don't think you'll like it.
Yeah,
it's way too slow.
Yeah, it's you'll get impatient and turn it off.
If you VOD it, you can fast forward to the gore.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I get it. I hate these people. Like, then you can actually do what Brad wanted, which is like,
get
to the next scene.
Someone will do a YouTube smash up for you, and then you can watch that.
Well, I'll get it on VOD maybe.
And you also get to see Bruce Wayne's dad's dick.
Oh, all right. So,
is it the actor from The Dark Knight is in it, and he's naked? Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to put it together. I was like, or is this a movie with Bruce Wayne's dad in it?
This is it's part of the Dark Knight trilogy, but it was like shelved for years.
Or that maybe like the part of the cartoon section was like all of a sudden this giant dick shows up and it's like, I'm Bruce Wayne's dad's dick.
Panos Cosmatos is Christopher Nolan's pseudonym for when he wants to write different types of stories.
Right.
Kind of like Stephen King and that other guy that he pretends to be. Who wrote The Running Man. Shut up. Anyway.
I like it. We've trained Zach at this point to tell himself to shut up.
Yeah. So yeah, no recommend for you.
I recommend it if you're really into artsy, like slow, visually.
Fuck.
I
heard it was like a cocaine-fueled like murder spree.
It is, but it takes forever to get to. Like,
did you hear cocaine or heroin?
Yeah, like for a cocaine-filled spree, it's very slow.
Yeah.
But like when the murders do happen, they're pretty energetic, and then it's just like it comes off it, and you're just like, ugh, walking through molasses.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I can use one of.
There's a chainsaw fight.
Free passes,
and one of the chainsaws is really, really long, like insane. Yeah. What else? People get set on fire.
Yeah. It's again like there's enough of the violent factor where I think at the very least you should watch it from a horror perspective, because it is almost kind of like a horror action film in a sense, just because of how graphic it is. But like unlike a John Wick where it's graphic but it's mainly action, this one kind of like sits in its horror element a little bit more.
Nicolas Cage actually takes time in the movie to forge his own like staff saber from the fires of hell.
Is there no episode of Forged by Fire in here where like he has to have it tested by a team of judges?
Oh no, he tested everything on himself, man.
He tests on the people who he murders.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you test a sword.
It's pretty good.
You don't go to a judge. Also, the guy there's a guy, Bill Duke's in it too.
Oh yeah,
he has an interesting little role in it, but it's only for a second.
He's his cue.
Yeah, but anyway, we're going to what I thought of it then, or
Ryan's leading this thing.
Yeah, I thought you passed it to him.
Whoever.
I know. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if you had anything else. No, I mean, I liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty inventive to do a revenge story that way, especially since you've got Nicolas Cage in your wheelhouse to do this whole movie with, and kind of take advantage of those things we've been thinking about Nicolas Cage for a little while.
In terms of that bathroom scene.
Oh yeah, the bathroom scene's probably the most kinetic thing in the movie, other than the violence.
Like he keeps alcohol in like the toilet paper drawer. I don't.
Yeah, because he's using it to heal, like to what is it? No, it's to disinfect his wounds, and then he's just drinking that thing like a fucking madman, and it's nuts. I mean the film, yes, it's deliberate. It's intentionally moving at that pace. I like it. It's almost kind of like an uber violent meditation on the revenge genre. So it doesn't unlike where Kill Bill operates on a more kinetic level, this is a much more reflective, like sit in this and think about revenge for a second movie. And it also operates as a weird critique about religion, but that's the least vibrant of its themes. So,
but it's still like crazy horror, outlandish.
Yeah,
in all the ways that like Blue Ruin isn't.
Yeah, it's just that you can't not talk about this in terms of being an artsy fartsy film, because that's what it is.
Okay.
But I think that they're wisely or not wisely, whatever you want to call it, they are selling this as a uber violent, like heavy action film, and it is that, but it's not what you're gonna expect. I want to watch it again. I think it has like I would be interested to see if I end up talking about it again come the end of the year, because it was that walking out of it was that impactful. More like it certainly makes an impression. And Nicolas Cage is great in it. If nothing else, this is like easily one of the best Nicolas Cage movies in a while. But I don't know how much that's saying. So yeah. Other than that, though, I only watched a couple other things. I watched the Get Smart movie again this morning before going to see our movie of the week because it was on Netflix. And I love the fuck out of that movie. I really do. I saw that a lot in the theater when I was working there. Because I remember, well, I mean, it's a Mel Brooks thing, so of course I was going to go see it. I didn't expect to go see it as many times as I did in the theater. And watching it again, like, it is really one of the last, at least, like, it's the last kind of Brooksian thing out there, because, like, even though they're not, like, writing the film, him and Buck Henry, like, it feels like it moves like a Mel Brooks spy movie. And Carell's great in it. And this is also the film that made me think Dwayne Johnson could be a terrific actor. So, and I love Alan Arkin in that movie. He's super, super funny in it. I haven't seen it in a while. I love the scene where it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and David Koechner are talking about who used the stapler last, and then Dwayne Johnson staples the paper to David Koechner's forehead, and he's like, Chief, we have rules. If people don't follow those rules, what are we? And Alan Arkin goes, we aren't people who staple paper to other people's heads. That's CIA crap. Or, I don't know. Are you thinking, holy shit, I almost got impaled by a swordfish? If so, yes. But yeah, shit's funny. And then I'm continuing my Universal Monster marathon, or like watch list. So I watched Dracula's Daughter from 1935.
I haven't seen that one.
It's good. I haven't watched it in a while. And what I forgot about it is that it is a straight up sequel to the first Dracula, even down to Edward Van Sloan being in it. But it's mainly about Madame Zaleska, who's the Dracula's daughter, who's trying to become normal. She thinks that because Dracula's dead, that she's become normal, but she realizes she still has the bloodlust, and so she lures in victims. Strangely enough, like, the thing that got this movie in trouble was that she was luring in women as well as men, and it was all kinds of sexual tension and heat. And then the Hays Code said no, because I'm the Postmaster General and I can say whatever I want.
This is the plot to Hotel Transylvania, right?
Yes.
I
okay.
Wish. And then I also so in that monster, but Dracula's Daughter, by the way, it's good. I would watch it. It's on that set. It's one of the best looking transfers I've seen so far in terms of like what they were able to save over time. Because like with Dracula, Frankenstein, and even Bride of Frankenstein, like those movies have been played so many times, and elements have probably been lost from those early days that like you can't always keep those like completely intact. Like there's always going to be some surface damage. But like with Dracula's Daughter, there's very little to none. So it looks stunning and it's shot beautifully. And then I watched Son of Frankenstein from 1939, which has Basil Rathbone as Baron von Frankenstein, Frankenstein's son, obviously in the title, who comes back to Transylvania and tries to live in his father's castle, but then ends up taking up his father's experiment again. Bela Lugosi plays Yegor, which is spelled Y-G-O-R, not I-G-O-R, in the credits. And I think that's probably the best Bela Lugosi performance ever in anything, is him as Igor. Even in the ones that are to follow, which are Ghost of Frankenstein and Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, where he actually gets to play the monster. But Lugosi's great in this. Like he's unrecognizable, obviously. So, but I mean, and I hadn't watched it for years, so like my Lugosi is always going to be Dracula, but he's really good as Igor, hands down. And Basil,
he's really good at gardening too.
Yeah.
That's an Ed Wood.
Yep.
Anybody?
That was good.
Too constrictive. I can't even fold my arms. But yeah, and it's pretty beautifully shot. And then the Inspector Kemp character, or the like that kind of like what we now know from Young Frankenstein as the wood-armed doctor and whatnot. There's a real I always forget because I confuse it with Young Frankenstein, but his story is really tragic because when he was a young boy, his arm was ripped off by the monster, and So like he was trying to be a soldier, and now he can only be a lowly inspector in this small little village. So his character is all kinds of built up, and he's playing a master detective. It's a fun Frankenstein movie. It's not the best because there's plenty of plot hole problems and stuff that doesn't mash up well with the Bride of Frankenstein, especially that the monster doesn't speak anymore. Because Karloff was just like, I don't think the monster should speak anymore. But anyway. Son of Frankenstein. I'd check it out. If nothing else, to watch Boris Karloff play that monster one more time, because then after that, it's all on Glenn Strange, Lon Chaney Jr., and then at one point Bela Lugosi to do it. So, and Lugosi's is the worst, spoiler alert. Him playing the monster does not work, but he's the one we imitate the most because he's the one who does his arms outstretched. Because in the plot of the movie he's in the movie before it, Frankenstein's monster turns blind. And so Lugosi thought, well, I need to play it blind for this one, and no one told him that the script didn't matter. So, again, poor Bela Lugosi. Great man. Help me, Eddie. And then, other than that, I hit that microphone. I was watching a bunch of the special features on Casablanca, the Blu-ray that I own. Yeah, it's great. I love Casablanca, so I'm probably going to watch the movie itself sometime this weekend because that movie's amazing. Yeah. I don't know if you've heard, it's one of the best movies ever made. I'd say it's one of the greatest movies ever made, but whatever. Yeah. So yeah, one last thing. I finished reading a book on Casablanca. So it's not really a movie, but it's a book on the whole making of it. And I always am amazed that I find out new information about that film every time. And this one was, I did not realize there are actual internal studio memos that are listed in this book where they say we want a sequel to Casablanca, and they got a writer on it, and they started to flesh out ideas on how to do it. And my mind, when I heard that information on the Audible version that I have of it when I was like frequenting between the two, my mind exploded into a sea of ideas. So I was just like, what is Casablanca 2 look like? And my first thought is, Boogaloo. You know what my thought? No, my first thought. No, Casablanca 2, Sam's Revenge. Rick and Louis walk off, and then they're both
spoilers.
They're both gunned down mercilessly by the Nazis, and Sam can't take it, so he goes on a Django Unchained style revenge plot
because he keeps a Tommy gun.
You know what it is? It's Django Unchained and Inglourious Basterds combined into one like big mashup.
I'm thinking Desperado because I think he should keep guns in his piano, and then he pushes the piano everywhere he goes.
Yeah,
like
it's like a machine gun.
Yeah. He keeps machine guns in it, but then at the end he reveals that there's a bomb in the piano that then he can activate to blow up all the bad guys.
Yeah, and right before he kills someone, he can say, "You must remember this: a bullet is still a bullet." Yep. Starring Christoph Waltz as Conrad Veidt's brother, who seeks revenge.
No.
Yes, please. Someone get Christoph Waltz into Casablanca 2.
Not gonna happen.
Yes, it will.
Cool.
Is that it? And have Seth Rogen play Sidney Greenstreet's character from the first movie, because he didn't die in Casablanca, so we can bring him back. But Seth Rogen gets to play him this time, because we can't dig Greenstreet back up from the dead, as far as I know. These are the ideas that go in my head when I'm at work, guys. And I wish you could all come inside my mind for a day.
To just grind the podcast to a halt.
Yeah. I don't know. Someone make a poster for Sam's Revenge. That's all I watch.
Wait, aren't you a filmmaker? You make it, bitch.
Yeah, but I'm not as talented an artist. Like, Brad, want some money?
James?
I do, but not for your project.
Not a whole lot. I'm still watching through Godless. I rewatched Rush this week. No.
Is that about a rivalry?
It is. It's a great film.
How are you liking Godless?
I like it so far. It's pretty good. Nice. The CG needed another pass, but other than that, I can't. That's okay.
Somehow
Deep Rising CGI.
It's a good. No. Did you get that Blu-ray?
I did. I haven't mentioned that I watched that, have I?
Man, I'll talk about it. I need to order that. I don't know why, but I just need to.
It's only like $12, and it has tons of special features, like tons.
I'm not gonna watch those. No, I probably
should.
Would.
They're fun.
I think they'd be good. Yeah, that movie's. Oh man, I want to watch Deep Rising so bad.
And watching Deep Rising, Stephen Sommers casts a lot of the same dudes in his movies.
Yeah. They'll all be in whatever. What's he doing? He's saving some projects.
Yeah, he's so in demand.
Oh, no, that was Bryan Singer. Bryan Singer's name was the one that popped up this week. Yeah. No, Stephen Summers, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Anyway, I don't really have anything. Lots of Spider-Man, some Godless.
Yep. I haven't watched too much either. I watched Deadpool, the Super Duper cut, too.
I bought that. I need to watch it.
It's the best part is there's a part at the end where it's basically the same movie, but there's a little like PSs added onto every scene, and some of the dialogue's different. One that I caught, I don't remember, it's in the theatrical cut, where he's riding around on Professor X's wheelchair. Still think it's funny. And he said, man, there's lots of old dudes in the pictures. Is this Calista Flockhart's home? It's funny. I also, at the end, he mentions that why doesn't Cable do something important, like go back and kill Hitler when he was a baby? Mm-hmm. And then there's a new tag scene where Deadpool is in a nursery trying to debate on if it's worth it killing a baby. And it's Hitler, and it's really funny. And then at the post-credits, after all the credits, there's another scene with him debating if he's going to kill Hitler baby.
That's
pretty great.
I think he has the gun pointed at it for when the scene starts, and he's just like, oh, what do I do? He's so hard.
Yeah, he's so hard. And then he talks, and then at the end he says, well, I won't kill you, but Cable will. He likes to kill kids. It's pretty funny. It's still a fun film. Not quite as fun as the first one, but anytime X-Force is involved, I laugh really hard when Peter dies every time because he gets spit on. Like the dude spits acid. And just dialogue from Shatterstar is really funny because he's supposed to be, I think he's supposed to be Rob Liefeld, where I'm the best at everything. And and there's the funny scene where he's about to fly into the helicopter, and the reason he can't see is because his stupid hair's in his way. Can I have one? Yeah, eat it, buddy. So it was fun. I watched The Quick and the Dead on 4K. I haven't seen The Quick and the Dead in a long time, and I forgot how much fun that movie is.
Yeah.
You talk about a movie that's 2 hours long but moves really fast. Mm-hmm. And it's fun seeing, because I haven't seen it in so long, I forgot how many little Sam Raimi trademarks are throughout the film. And I didn't know if it translate well to a Western, but man, it's pretty great. The first, so The Quick and the Dead stars Sharon Stone, and she goes into a town that's run by Hackman, Gene Hackman, and so he's like the mayor, and he takes 50% of everybody's earnings, and they have a gunfight every year, mm-hmm. and this year they can win like $150,000. That's a lot of money in the 1800s. I don't know where he got it all from, but
probably buy the entire United States with that money.
Probably could. And so Hackman, of course, what I love about Westerns is they always have this theme of someone coming back for revenge. And Sharon Stone's character is coming back to the town because her dad used to be the marshal, and Gene Hackman murdered him, or did he? And so she goes back to get into this gun duel contest, and Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. He's really good. Mm-hmm. And anyways, so the opening gunfight is a lot of from like Evil Dead 2, where Sam Raimi will focus on somebody, then pull in really fast and turn the camera sideways. So it cuts from each participant in the gunfight to the clock. It's really awesome. And then he does like a shot where a dude gets his head blown off and the camera like goes through his head. And it's like a perfect circle. Just lots of crazy stuff. And then Gary Sinise is in it, has a really minor role. And it is kind of shocking when you find out what happened to his character.
Lost his legs, right?
Yes. He plays Sharon Stone's dad. And so, yeah, it's great. It's a fun movie. And in fact, I liked it a lot more watching it now because I haven't seen it in so long. Mm-hmm. And the Ultra HD, too, like this. The menus are really awesome. It's like drawn pictures of each character. So every time you switch over, I don't know if you've ever seen an Ultra HD menu. It's basically just like a huge picture of something, the poster or whatever, and you just push play. Mm-hmm. Or if you hit left or right, it goes to scenes or down. Very rare to have special features. But this one has 7 deleted scenes on it that I've never seen before.
Oh, wow.
And it's really cool, too. So when you go to 7 deleted scenes, each scene takes up your whole screen. And it's like a screenshot of each deleted scene. And so they take their time on the menus. Are really nice.
Cool.
But the movie looks great, too. Sony does a great job on the Ultra HDs. So, yeah, check it out. I think you get it for like $12.99. And it's better than getting the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray doesn't come with any special features. And this has the trailer and the deleted scenes. Is that funny, buddy? I also watched Hollow Man for the first time in
Oh, wow.
Theater.
15 years. No, I've seen it outside of the
You
theater.
just wanted to watch a monkey die, didn't you? That's all you, or
Yes.
gorilla. That's all you wanted to do.
I was watching it when Laura came home last night. She's like, I hate this movie. And I said, why? Because he kills a dog in it. And I forgot he does totally
Yes,
brutally
yeah.
kill a dog.
Yeah.
And you see lots of Kevin Bacon.
She wasn't offended by the brutality to women in it.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
No,
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's a mean fucking movie.
Oh, yeah. No, it
I don't
is.
know. She hasn't seen it in a while, so I don't know if she really remembers everything from it. But, I mean, I did.
She remembers the dog.
I remember the last time I saw it, I was trying to be like, well, maybe this is like, I guess, the best Invisible Man movie we've gotten in recent years. And then after I rewatched it, I was like, no, it isn't even close.
No, it's but it
Yeah.
is watch. Yeah, it is pretty. It's a pretty brutal movie. It's Verhoeven who is always extreme, but
He's unapologetic in that movie.
Yeah.
Like it's just I don't know. Like I mean I guess in a way it's just as like extreme as any Invisible Man movie has been for any era it's been in, but I just don't really care for it.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, it's whatever. It's just one of those things where you have Xfinity and you're just like whatever, and it goes by fast. And I mean it's really violent, especially towards women, but it's not as violent as like RoboCop. So I guess it has that. And the last thing I watched was me and Kellen went and saw A House with Clock on the Walls, and yeah, it's like a kid's Halloween movie. Jack Black's in it, Kate Blanchett. They're
Halloween TM the movie or Halloween the holiday?
the holiday.
Okay, all right.
It's like Hocus Pocus, where it's
Okay, all right. I'm on board. Yeah,
so
great.
it's
I love Hocus Pocus.
It stars this little boy's in it, and his parents died in an accident, so he goes to live with his kooky Uncle Jonathan, and Uncle Jonathan is a warlock, and there's a mystery with the house.
Does Uncle Jonathan make any funny, wacky sounds?
No, actually, he doesn't.
Oh shoot! I thought for sure, like if it's Jack Black, he's
Yeah,
Does
no,
that make
he's
the
actually
kid part
pretty,
warlock.
he's pretty low key in the movie, actually. So he plays the warlock, and he plays it pretty low key. And Kate Blanchett's in it, and she's a witch, and she's loves the color purple. And they're really funny in
The
it
movie?
because,
She watches The Color Purple a lot.
no, she
really relates to it.
No,
I wanna hear
everything
Kate
she
Blanchett.
has is purple. No, she's
Okay.
not. The movie's good,
I want to hear Kate Blanchett talk about The Color Purple, the movie.
but they have these really funny lines. Her and Jack Black constantly make fun of each other throughout the film.
Yeah.
And she'll walk by and say, you get that done? He's just an example. I don't remember. And she said, yeah, kind of. Oh, hurry up, you old oaf. And it's just like really funny, goofy humor. They have like a couple potty humor stuff that's whatever.
Potty humor.
Yeah. Anyways, Lewis finds out he's a warlock. He wants to become a magician too. And
It
then
is an
there's-
Eli Roth movie, so of
It
course
is Eli
there's potty-
Roth.
So it is potty. So there would be potty humor. in it.
But he does pretty well in it. I mean, it moves really fast. Kellen really liked when the jack-o'-lanterns came to life, and they have to fight them. There are some pretty the ending is pretty scary. So make sure that if you take a child, they can handle it.
Sure.
With dolls coming to life and spoiler
So
stuff.
I shouldn't go see it.
You should not.
Okay. All right.
I'm curious about it. I want to go see
Yeah,
it.
it's not bad. It's fun.
I want to do it in IMAX so I can also watch Thriller in IMAX.
Yeah, it's better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. So now you like an Eli Roth movie.
I have lots of Eli Roth movies.
Yeah.
I like Green Inferno. But yeah, that's what I watched this week.
Dope. Sweet.
This week on Real Nerds Podcast, 3 of us. Did you go see it, Brad? 2 of us went and saw A Simple Favor. Zach and James,
Man,
should
this
people see A
sucks.
Simple Favor?
James, should
okay.
people go see A Simple Favor?
Hell yeah. Like straight up. This is some of the most fun I've had all year. It is a trash story told and acted so well that I think it's fantastically fun, and this is like what everybody else talks about Gone Girl. I watch this and go like, oh no, this is way better than that. Like because this movie's fun. Yeah, it's a perfect balance, and we'll talk about it more. So, Zach, should people go see A Simple Favor?
Yeah, absolutely. I like that Paul Feig took a genre that I adamantly don't necessarily love, where where it's just like the trashy mystery and like made it fun. And I don't know if the original book that this is based on is as clever as this film, but it doesn't seem like it, because this seems like it's got the Paul Feig touch, and he directed the hell out of this flick. And Lively and Kendrick are on their A game, and even the guy who plays the husband's really fucking solid in it. It's a pretty fucking spectacular flick, and the more I think about it, the more I want to go see it again, and that means we might be talking about it all throughout the rest of the year.
So, before we play the trailer, I would say like we should we're gonna have to talk about this in as much non-spoiler way as we can, because it's obviously really hard to do that.
I think you'll both will like it, and I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah. So we'll just, I'd say if you're gonna go see the movie, you can probably still listen. But if you're like already convinced, just go now and know nothing going in. I literally 2 days before seeing the movie thought it was a comedy, and then like watched the trailer and went, "Oh, this looks really good."
Yeah, I didn't. I think I saw.
Other than seeing the trailer once, sorry, Zach. Other than seeing the trailer once, I knew nothing going in, and I thought that was great.
So we saw one trailer for it like 2 months ago that was like just a bunch of text and no footage at all whatsoever. So I had no idea what this was.
I've never seen a trailer for this.
Great. Well, you're about to listen to one.
A few weeks ago, I met Emily, this wonderful, elegant person. Our sons brought us together, actually.
Come here, little dude.
Can me and Miles have a play date today?
You drink? Does your kid drink? Maybe? I mean, it's never too early to start teaching
I
them.
think you're joking, but great.
J'adore mon poisson rouge.
Every time we do this, I feel so high tone.
Want to trade confessions?
No.
Come on. What's the wildest thing you've ever done?
She is an enigma, my wife. You can get closer. You can never quite reach her. She's like a beautiful ghost.
Did you just take my picture?
Erase it. I guess I'm probably not the kind of person you're normally friends with.
Oh, you do not want to be friends with me. Trust me. Stephanie, I need your help.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but I do need just a simple favor. Can you come over?
Yeah. 5 days ago, Emily went missing.
I'll warn you, you go poking around in her past, you're gonna find something that is terrifying. She was not a normal person like you or me. I've never seen such a beautiful girl want to be so invisible.
I smell her, Sean. I smell her perfume like a ghost.
Yeah, it's just you being paranoid.
I saw my mom. She told me to say hi to Stephanie.
Were you aware that he took out an extra $4 million life insurance policy on Emily before she disappeared?
People do terrible things for their own reasons.
They thought you knew more than you were letting on.
I want to know your secret.
Quand j'étais petite, je me taisais comme une fleur.
There you go, Ryan. So the premise that I can tell you is that basically you meet Anna Kendrick, and she's this
mommy vlogger.
She's adorable.
Yes.
And first off, it is the casting that wins this movie. Everyone in this movie is so good, and then he's taking a movie that is this unbelievable, silly, up its own ass, like
full of
crime thriller, the way that something like Gone Girl is.
Gone Girl, girl on the train, blah,
yeah,
blah, blah, whatever.
But he takes it, adds this sort of veneer of just, like, not lightheartedness, but by casting all these people in it and letting them just be a fun time. It's like if Gone Girl, instead of Ben Affleck, you cast John Krasinski, and he got to sort of wink at the screen every now and then.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, this is so fun.
That's a great way to
It's such a
describe it.
great, enjoyable movie. And yes, there's this mystery and there's all this stuff going on. And you know, Anna Kendrick is trying to solve this whole thing and figure out, like, is something bad going to happen to her, or what's going to, what happens to these people that she's met, right? But at the same time, like, you have these adorable scenes, and she gets to react and have fun, and, like, give these little one-liners that are genuinely funny in a movie that otherwise would have been like dark and serious and everything is gray. And the other great Paul Feig thing about it is the way that everything looks. Like all the costumes are spectacular.
It's a very
everything is that sort of neo 50s style.
It's elegant. I wouldn't even like tag a decade into it. It's just elegant.
Yeah. And he infuses just enough comedy every now and then that you get to just. I mean,
it feels like a melodrama to a degree.
Yeah.
Like it's not even so much like you can't really tag this into a thriller or suspense category. It's like a melodrama from like an interesting drawing room mystery to a degree, but with obviously a different sense of fashion and taste. Like it's, I don't know. Like there's an element to it that makes it feel like a classic spin on what I've considered trash romance, the trash romance properties that we've seen like over the past 10, 12 years, whether that's through a Twilight or a 50 Shades or anything that's kind of like split off from that. It takes those types of characters or those types of archetypes and really like amps them up to a ridiculous degree, but never loses respect for that. Like it takes itself very seriously while making fun of it. Like it never disrespects the genre it's doing. It knows exactly what genre it's in and it sticks to its rules, but it's not afraid to give a slight wink and a nod just enough to make this super entertaining.
Yeah, it's one where like I was in the bathroom afterwards and I thought like, in all the ways that, when I walked out of Gone Girl, I thought like, okay, I don't believe this and this doesn't make sense and whatever. I walk out of this one and go like, why would it have to? Like what? Come on, like
yeah, exactly.
I'm watching a silly movie where at some point they're going to reveal some backstory that they didn't tell you and like whatever, but they do it in a way that you're like, and even when it gets violent, when it gets scary, when it gets creepy, when the thriller elements are there, they're done really well. Like you really are like, wait, so we'll back up because what is the movie? Not that I can tell you too much, because even the Letterboxd review synopsis is bizarrely short. That basically you meet Anna Kendrick. She's this widowed mother. She has a son. Her son is good friends with this other boy at school, whose mom is like barely around, and she finally meets her, and it's Blake Lively, and she's like, Anna Kendrick's character is very buttoned up, has like a mommy vlog, is trying to really be her best. And is this very like cookie cutter sort of mom, right? Where nobody swears and all that. And she meets Blake Lively, and Blake Lively starts like, she is the opposite of that and starts like kind of breaking some of those rules. One of my favorite things is very early on, like Anna Kendrick apologizes all the time for things that she says or does or whatever. And Blake's like, stop it. Don't ever apologize for anything anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't ever want to hear you apologize. And so you get really quickly, they become fast friends because like you actually see through these good conversations with each other. I mean, shit, you want to talk about Bechdel tests. Like this isn't just two women not talking about men. This is like you're actually watching them form this really believable relationship and they become fast friends. And
even when they do talk about men, it never feels insulting.
Yeah, it's actually always like, I don't want to say it's from a position of power because I think Anna Kendrick's story isn't, but like they're talking about their pasts and they're owning that in a way that
it's more about like self-realization on the mistakes of the issues or whatever, or just whatever they want to move on from. And what I mean, another thing that's amazing on top of that within that respect is just like I miss seeing fun detectives on screen.
Yeah,
and this isn't really a spoiler, but Kendrick's character is a character that I would like to see come aground again at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if Paul Feig handles it or if the author handles it, but like I loved that character, especially in the like middle to later half of the film because her story becomes super super fun.
Yeah, like
this film does a good job of like putting a lot of different things together and making them work. It's a really good balancing act. It's almost like Paul Feig is holding each actor on his hands and then walking a tightrope and trying to balance everything perfectly. And it's beautifully done. And it's honestly like it's the best looking Paul Feig movie I've seen because it's like shot cinematically. It's not shot like a comedy.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters doesn't count obviously because you do have to shoot that like a sci-fi, but like it's just there's something different. Like it's not to take anything away from that. You know what I mean?
So you meet these characters, they become really good friends, and those are maybe my favorite scenes in the movie are just the two of them sitting on a couch and talking, and then Blake Lively's character disappears. And that's the mystery. And you got to figure out what happened to her, right?
Right.
And
did she go surfing?
So I'll tell you. Oh, man. I also bought that movie recently.
Yeah. That's a fun movie.
Yeah. That would be good.
Did she meet a guy
I'm
in
going
a
to tell
green
myself
suit?
it's all the
We'll
same
find
character. So the the mystery that they go down it's very much in that same genre. When you find out what's going on, there's a lot of back and forth and weaving, and like they're going to reveal things and then reveal something else. And the way he handles it is good enough. I would say it's even better than good enough. It's fun. And so as you're learning this stuff, like if you sit back and think about the story you just watch, you're going to be like, that is stupid. But that's true of all those films.
Yeah.
So in this case, it's just like, oh, that is really fun. Like you just enjoy yourself.
The twists, the twists in the story themselves aren't so much clever as the way they're being handled and presented.
Yeah.
This is less the writer's movie. This is a great movie to show about how a director takes over the material.
And
because I don't know what the book is, and I haven't read the script, but it's very clear that the director's working here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and I think because of the way they cast it, there are moments where things that, if you'd taken them seriously and a regular actor had just, like, said it like a real thing, you'd be like, that's stupid. Like, that would have just flopped. But in this case, when you have, like, the comedic chops of the people here, when they say it, they can put this spin on it that just lets it not matter. Like they can say a thing out loud, and you go like, "Oh, cool, okay, great."
They set themselves up for the established fact of like, look, these are much more realistic than those particular plots. And I like Gone Girl by Fincher, but even I will admit, like that movie is like among the weakest in his filmography of late because it's just. At the end of the day, it's kind of like it's a trashy airport novel to a degree.
Yeah.
No matter how beautifully shot.
This I'm sure is a worse novel and a worse story in general.
But
it's
because
it's so much fun
because it's allowed to go the places it needs to go. Whereas like a Gone Girl takes itself very very seriously.
Yeah.
And I think that's the issue with a story like that. Whereas this movie just straight up. Like allows itself to be as ridiculous as it can be while still maintaining sanity.
I will also say, which this is bordering on spoilers, but I will say one of my favorite moments. There is a 50 Shades of Grey music cue in this film.
Oh god,
where like cool modern pop music plays during when the scene cuts to people having sex, and like. That over-the-top cinematic sex, and like he's very obviously doing that shot, and I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
like I said, it's the one time that I think he winks at the audience a little bit, but the rest of the time it's just a good, it's so charming and wonderful.
It's almost like he recognizes, like, look, I know what my main audience is going to be for this type of movie, and so I'm going to I'll throw you this little bone, but we're gonna make fun of you a little bit, and kind of like, yeah, it's just like I feel like this is like one of those. It's super accessible to anyone who wants to see an interesting flick done about an otherwise dubious genre.
Yeah, so. It's one of the most easily recommendable films.
Oh
I've
god,
seen
my sister. I normally love my sister to death, but I don't think she has the best taste in flicks.
I'm telling you said it.
No, that's fine. I'll tell her. But then, but she recommended this to me last week, and she said, you'll love it. And I was like, okay. And then I walked out going, she was right. I did love that a lot.
Yeah, it's great.
I kept on thinking my son was saying, that's a piss-on, but he's saying this is a piston. See, that's how smart he is.
Oh, pistons, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a simple favor. People should see
if
it.
he was saying piss on, he would have said it in a British accent. This is a piss on.
Next week, I don't even know.
Oh. Wait, is next week Venom? No, 2
it's
weeks
the following week.
Oh, okay.
There's literally nothing coming out next week except shit.
They're making a Venom movie, right?
I know. I cannot believe that movie is actually dropping.
I cannot. we don't have to see movies that are coming out. We can see movies that are in theaters right now.
That's true.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You can pick one then. You don't have to get snarky.
I'll get snarky.
You don't have to get snarky.
I'm gonna. What are you gonna do about
pick
it?
A movie.
What have we missed that we'd like to go see?
I don't know.
That's the thing. My mom texted me the other day, like, "Hey, what's in theaters that we should go see?" And I was like, "Nothing."
I mean,
Now I wish I said a simple favor.
Fantastic Fest, whatever is coming out there. I'm gonna try and see Assassination Nation at some point this week.
Yeah, I could see Assassination Nation.
You guys could see Mandy.
Yeah.
White Boy Rick.
I could see White Boy Rick.
We could do a second review of The Predator, see how we feel about it now.
This is like the last lull week, though. I was like looking ahead because everything else is pretty solid.
Yeah, once Venom hits, man, it's all uphill from there.
Next week's Night School.
Oh,
Kevin
I
Hart
would see that. Yeah, I would see
Tiffany
Night
Haddish.
Sure.
I love Tiffany Haddish. She's funny.
I think that trailer looks really good, even though I don't really love Kevin Hart, especially if he's the lead.
But you're not going to go for Kevin Hart. You'd be going for Tiffany Haddish because she's amazing.
Yeah, I'd be going because I think the script looks like it might be good.
Okay.
Like, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really funny when they're like in an octagon and she's saying, "Wait, what's the date of this?
What's the
And
square root of
and
81?
He doesn't know, and then he gets punched.
No, but I like the line, "What is water made of?" And he says, says rain. I thought that was pretty funny.
No. So she beats him up because he doesn't know, but she's a girl.
You're right.
Whatever.
Yeah. There's a movie called Blood Lake. It's Fantastic Fest.
Ooh, Blood Lake. I'll see whatever.
I think like
we'll figure it out.
Because Brad, you've seen Hellfest, right?
I saw Bloodfest.
Bloodfest.
Is Hellfest?
Hellfest is next week, I think.
That's the one that looks like super generic and yet super insane.
Yeah. So I mean, we can see that one. I thought I already saw that one. Said it was garbage.
No, there's a movie called Bloodfest, and
there's Bloodfest and Hellfest.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm down for Hellfest. I don't know where it's gonna be playing. It didn't look like.
No, I think it's nationwide release. You can look
Okay.
at Box Office Mojo.
Cool beans.
That's why I didn't say that one because I thought that's the one Brad was talking about.
I mean, there is the Film Explosion option because after this week, it's freaking like new release after new release.
Yep.
Yeah.
Through October.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any dead weeks.
So
in
October is it's Venom, then it's First Man, and there's something else comes out the same week as First Man that looks good.
And then after that is Halloween.
And then Halloween.
And then
is it Goosebumps 2? Haunted Halloween?
No. It's something else. I forget. I can't remember.
Beautiful Boy.
I do want to see Beautiful Boy. I think
Beautiful.
Welcome to Marwin's actually after Halloween.
Oh, Bad Times at the El Royale.
Yeah, Bad Times
That's
at
the
the
fucking
El
one.
Royale.
Yeah. We have to see that. Yeah, and then Halloween, which even I would see.
Yep.
I really want to see mid-90s. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And then of course you finish off October with Johnny English Strikes Again. There you go, Brad.
True.
Do you want to make us all go see Johnny English?
Not really.
I made you guys go see Twilight. Yeah.
I'm glad I missed that period of time.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. And then the week after that, The Nutcracker.
And Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And Nobody's Fool, the new Tyler Perry joint.
Somebody told him that Nobody's Fool already is a movie with
It's with Jason Lee, right?
No, Nobody's Fool stars Paul Newman.
What? Yeah, that is. What's the one with one thing of Jason Lee?
I'm a Fool.
Kissing a Fool.
My name is Earl.
There it is.
Kissing a
See,
Fool?
Kissing a Fool. I eventually hit it.
My name is Fool. That was really good. Oh man.
Wait, maybe that's David Schwimmer.
They're all the same.
You know, Jason. Oh my God, they should play twins in a movie.
Late 90s with a fool.
Jason Lee and David Schwimmer are twins.
There's a week where we have to choose between The Grinch and Overlord. I wonder how we'll do. Actually, that's the same week as
But Overlord seems like one you'd want to watch because it's.
The joke was that I would obviously rather see Overlord than the
Scott
Minions
Mosier
people.
directed.
Yeah, Scott Mosier
Grinch
directed
Stole
The Grinch. I'm gonna watch it anyway.
There's a trailer for it before our film, and is.
I like when I don't know if it's. I think it's Illumination. I like it when Illumination does the Dr. Seuss stuff. So,
who Joe get it?
No, so last week I loaded up on Unbroke. We're talking about the Fantasy Film League, Fantasy Movie League right now. So last week it's like, oh, those God movies always come out, and like I don't acknowledge them, and then they blow up. And then last week, so I load up my whole lineup with it, and it didn't perform. And this week, it's like Clock on the Walls and Unbroken. Like Unbroken's the best performer, and of course I didn't put that in at all.
I don't think I did either.
So, yeah.
I beat Joe last week, though. That's always a plus.
Is Unbroken a God movie? Wasn't that the Angelina Jolie book
or Faith movie or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a sequel to that Angelina Jolie one.
Oh, is it?
It's faith based, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's actually related to the Angelina Jolie movie.
Yeah.
Well,
but
it's
this
actually
one
a
is
sequel.
more, what?
Might be yeah.
Y'all are lying.
It covers the same
read
topic. I just don't think it's sanctioned by the Angelina Jolie.
Did you guys see the Trump prophecy trailer?
What?
It's like it was on Birth Movies Death, and they said who the hell made this? And it's about this guy who's lost his faith, and that voting for Donald Trump restored his faith. I'm not even joking.
His faith in
the church. Search the Trump prophecy.
You can have faith in a lot of things.
Yep.
So you're only 300,000 behind Joe so far.
He's still holding on since the 90s. He's like, all I ever wanted was to impeach a president, and I never got my chance. Well, technically you did, but you know what I mean.
Like, make it stick.
I really wanted to recall a president. Now he's got a chance again. He has his faith back.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Real Nerds Podcast. Real Nerds Podcast is a production of Nebulous Visions Multimedia. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill and Plan 9 Studios for our kick-ass theme song. Also, if you're in the Denver area and you're looking for a cool place to see movies, we see them at the Alamo Drafthouse in Littleton and now also in Sloan's Lake. Thank you to Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics for supplying us with all our comic needs, especially you, Andrew. You know who you are. And a big shout out to James's mom. I'm giving you an electronic hug that you can feel through the airwaves. Thanks for listening, and have a nice day.